Let's find one of these machines that isn't all busted. A lot of them are. Like this one. Straight busted. This one seems fine. Yo, what's up? Welcome. What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome to this stream. Just getting this all outfitted, set up. There we go. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good day so far, or they're about to have a good evening, or whatever location you're in, you know? Morning, afternoon, night. We're doing some things a little bit lighter right now just because I did legs like killer yesterday, you know? Totally quacked out on my legs. They're gonna be sore again until next Monday. Killed it. Just good, you know, so. Again, just working with this new setup here since, you know, for whatever reason, people thought they were gonna trip over the tripod or whatever. I think more than anything, it just looked out of place, probably. Yo, what's up, Clouds? Welcome, man. We're just doing a little bit of body warm-up stuff, you know, on the elliptical. Making sure that we keep up with ourselves, you know, we got to keep up with this routine. We got to keep going. Can't stop, won't stop. You can't get me to stop. So yeah, you know, and just like every morning, contemplating life and what's in between, you know. The ability to think. I kind of concluded last night, who was I rooting for in the Super Bowl? You know, I didn't really have a team, but I knew that the Chiefs were favored. So I was really surprised with how the Eagles just like whooped them. You know, the Eagles just like took them to town or whatever. I was also kind of surprised how Taylor Swift got booed. You know, kind of thing. I was surprised at that. So, kind of surprising, but yeah. I mean, the Chiefs got whooped, man. I thought Mahomes was supposed to be all that and everything, you know, but I guess not. So yeah. Yo, thank you for all the emojis, guys. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just, you know what? I enjoy football for usually there's a game playing. It's just like a nice, relaxing mood. Everybody's like doing their own thing. I honestly spent most of my time on the phone, on like Reddit, you know, so I'm not a huge watch sports guy. I kind of enjoy playing sports more than watching, you know. I kind of don't get the thrill of like, oh yeah, it's just like these players, they're making millions and, you know, they just play with the ball kind of thing. Like, I acknowledge sports as like a thing which sort of exemplifies the human form and the human being, but to an extent, it just kind of like, you know, I used to think like, oh, well, I'd rather play than watch kind of thing. Maybe I'll get there one day where it's like, yeah, you know, I can totally sort of get into the zone of watching just sports all day or during the day or whatever, you know. My dad and my brother does. Like, one of my brothers, like, his big deal is like he's subscribed to all of the Sports Center, like, social media, like accounts and news, like sports news. And he watches ESPN, ESPN2 all day, you know. That's like one of my brothers. And he's like the biggest Notre Dame fan. And he'll like fly and spend his money to like go to Notre Dame to like watch a football game. Just to watch a football game, he'll like shell out like, I don't know, like $3,000 or something like that. Or like $2,000 to go and like watch a football game in Indiana at a stadium. He'll like do that, you know? I'm just like, dang, you really like, see, I'm not like that. Like, I can watch sports and just be like, yeah, good play. Like, I understand how everybody moves and like the formation and whatever. I just don't get the appeal. It's like, I'd rather watch something that was like just funny, like inquisitive, maybe even educational, you know, or like something that actually is like an action film, you know? I'd rather watch like actual action. Maybe one day I'll get there, but you know, I sort of think the whole sports like deal in America is like overhyped for sure. And it's like, in some ways, like it's just become like a little too unorthodox. Like, I feel like they've lost a lot of like, I don't know, the appeal, you know? Like, sports players aren't held to the standards of like a lot of other people, I feel like, and at the games and things like that. So it's just kind of like confusing, you know, like, are these idols? Are they people that we should look up to? But it's like, you know, a lot of them get in trouble like all the time. So I don't think necessarily, but anyways, like, make sure to keep your eye on the ball, you know? Make sure to keep your eye on the ball. It's the biggest thing I remember about sports. And I just have like very nostalgic memories of like coaches, don't give up, don't give up. Keep running that last mile, don't give up. A lot of it is like mostly transition for me and just like a form of like lifestyle habits of like exercise and diet, you know? Just the memory of all my coaches always saying, you know, hey, don't give up. Like, make sure you eat right, make sure you treat your body right, make sure that you don't get caught up in stupid things, you know, because sports definitely has like a bad rap with like everybody, you know what I mean, being in the bad scene, the party scene kind of thing. So yeah, all my memories of sports are just like all my coaches telling me like, stay out of trouble. And I was like pretty good in some sports. I did like the 4x1 dash. I made it to like district in the 4x100. And I made it to district and like wrestling and stuff. So I was all right at those. But mainly it was just because like, don't give up. Like half the kids that like weed themselves out of sports because it's like they just give up, you know? Just like, if you want to do well in sports, like the number one thing you always have to remember is like, don't give up. Just never give up. Just always keep pushing. Realize that if you sort of like acknowledge your own position, you know, you acknowledge where you're supposed to be, you go and you get to where you're supposed to be. In most cases, you'll perform well just by getting where you're supposed to be on the field, on the court, in the arena. You know, you'll get there like, and you'll usually do pretty good in comparison to like most people. Just get to your position, and make sure to stay ready. As they always say, stay on the balls of your feet. You know, this is all sports stuff. get to your position and stay on the balls of your feet, ready position all the time. Yeah, I wasn't really rooting for anybody. My dad was rooting for the Eagles because he wanted the Chiefs to lose, but I feel like there wasn't, you know, the big thing was we had a bunch of food, just like Super Bowl, whatever, you know what I mean? We had a ton of food, a whole rack of ribs, like a bunch of chicken, like fried chicken and stuff like that. So that's always the big deal at my house is like what's to eat, you know? So I have a lot of Super Bowl memories though of going over to friends' homes and going to like parties and whatever else, you know, so yeah. Taylor Swift got some real hate there. Pretty big. So I just think life is funny. It's like a lot of this stuff is just like, you know, I don't know, you have people that make millions off of just some sort of talent or something, or just writing some like one thing. It's just like makes life kind of frustrating a little bit, you know? Just like seeing all the ways that everybody else does it, but it's like, do they really do that much kind of thing? When I'm like trying to search for meaning and, you know, something that like unifies all things, some grand unifying theory like Einstein or something like that, you know? So it just gets frustrating when people are just, it seems like, you know, like how conscious are you kind of thing. Like sometimes I wonder, it's like, how conscious are you? Just like the whole battle of brain versus brawn. And it really like psychs me out of this kind of world and, you know, whatever else is going on. All this stuff. I guess this thing, you can just jam it, dude. Just take it and jam it where you want it to go. But we're about to do some stretching kind of stuff, guys. Seems to work, I guess. Do some bands. My mornings are pretty chill usually, you know? Oh man, it's like there's nobody here this morning. Just the parking lot's open, but yesterday when I came, I had to park in like a totally different parking lot. It was crazy. But today there's like nobody. This whole room's like basically empty. Yeah, guys, if you want to follow my warm up, you know what I mean, you're welcome to. You know, if you want to just follow this, like, just a nice, easy, like, morning, you know? We just get up and we stretch and try to do some light exercises. Just make sure to do them, you know? Make sure that you follow through and stick to your form. Did legs yesterday, so this hurts. Ten. Oh, there we go, guys. Bands. You do this every day. It seems like not very much, you know? But you do this every day, you'll get somewhere, for sure. You'll get somewhere. Just gotta make sure to do it. And wake up. The biggest thing, if you're doing morning exercises or morning, like, kind of like stretches like I do, the biggest thing is just getting up. Like, that's definitely the biggest thing, the biggest hurdle, the biggest challenge. Just get up. Gotta have some routine in the morning, you know, sort of thing. You know, just do it. Just get up. I wake up and I browse the internet, you know, for silly things. It's my morning routine, kind of my morning set that I do. Wake up and just browse the internet for a little bit with everybody. But yeah, this is light, guys. This is light. Where are we at on time? 20 minutes? 20 minutes, huh? Could do some pull-ups. Here we go. Nothing like just doing it. Whew. Oh, boys, 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 boys. Boys will be boys. If you didn't know, boys will be boys. Gotta build that pyramid. I gotta build that pyramid so I can see I gotta get to the top. Yo, thank you for the like. Anyways, yeah, I just like to get up and get, you know, a tiny little sweat going and get some muscles stretched out kind of thing. I don't necessarily do anything crazy in the morning, just, you know, what I do, just what I do, guys, just what I do. But I think I'm gonna call this one as it stands. You know, I kind of hit everything I wanted to, so you're welcome to come and join me at the coffee shop. So I'll see anybody there who wants to be there. So I'll see you guys. Bye.